Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine you're in Rzeszów City Hall in Poland. It's 16th of October 2025. There's a conference kicking off designed to build some new business bridges between Poland and the UK. But what was about to happen wasn't just another business meeting. No, this was something different. This was the unveiling of a brand new blueprint for the future of our cities. And it all started with this, a really powerful reminder of history. This quote from Stephen Cowan, a government leader from London, just immediately set the tone for the entire day. This wasn't going to be about spreadsheets and transactions. It was about a deep historical bond, one forged in the heat of battle. The host, Rzeszów's mayor, Konrad Fidjołek, he picked up right on that sentiment. He made it clear that even after Brexit, the partnership with Britain isn't just about strategy, it's profoundly human. He talked about shared security, a shared future, and in doing so, he laid this incredible foundation of trust for everything that was about to follow. And from that warm welcome, Councillor Stephen Cowan took the stage. He wasn't just there as a politician from a London borough. He was there as a storyteller, and he had a pretty compelling vision for what our cities can achieve when they work together. You know, his approach was completely unexpected. You might think he'd open with economic forecasts or charts, but he didn't. He started with a story. A story from 1940, reminding everyone in the room of the Polish pilots who flew to West London to defend Britain from fascism. He was weaving the past directly into the fabric of the present. And then he pivoted masterfully from the past right into the present moment, declaring this unwavering solidarity with Ukraine. And this connection, this was his core argument that innovation, it's not just about economic growth. In a world full of uncertainty, it's actually a form of moral leadership, a way for democracies to build a safer, better future. So with that powerful context set, Cowan then switched gears from the why to the how. He started sharing a practical proven model for growth that his own borough, Hammersmith and Fulham has pioneered, and that's the story of the White City Innovation District. So what exactly is this model? Well, he calls it entrepreneurial municipal government, and really it's a radical rethinking of the role local government can play in driving prosperity and innovation. At its heart, it's a pretty simple three-step philosophy. You see, unlike traditional government that just relies on its own limited funds, this model acts more like an entrepreneur. It starts with a big idea, gets partners in science and industry excited about it, and then, and this is the key, it leverages their resources and their capital to make it all happen. And here's how it actually worked in the real world. Back in 2016, Cowan pitched a simple idea to the world-famous Imperial College London. They had this piece of land and he said, instead of just building student housing, why not build an entire ecosystem for your PhDs to create startups? Well, they launched the partnership in 2017 and today it's a global hub for science and tech. What really made it work was the partnership between what Cowan calls anchor institutions, the kind of mission-driven organisations that give a city long-term stability. In this case, Imperial College London served as the anchor academic institution, while global firms in life sciences, AI and green technology became anchor companies. Together they created a self-sustaining ecosystem where research, innovation and investment continuously reinforce each other. The results are, well, they're just staggering. The district has pulled in over £6 billion in private investment. And get this, that's not public money. That's capital flowing in because the government didn't just spend money, it created an environment where innovation could truly thrive. And of course that kind of investment translates directly into opportunity for people. Over 13,000 new high-skilled jobs have been created in every sectors that are defining our future. We're talking life sciences, green technology and AI. Just to put all of that into perspective, for the last 5 years, this tiny borough, it's the third smallest in all of London, has attracted more investment than any other. It's become London's fastest growing economy, all driven by this one focused entrepreneurial strategy. But here's the thing. This wasn't just a London success story. Cowan came to Rzeszów to share this as a blueprint, a set of principles and strategies that other cities can take, adapt, and use to build their own innovation ecosystems. So what's the first ingredient in this blueprint? It's kind of surprising. It's not about buildings or tax breaks. It's about people, Citing the inventor of the World Wide Web, Cowan argued that the real magic of innovation happens in what he calls serendipitous collisions, those unplanned spontaneous encounters between creative minds. So the blueprint then is built on 4 main pillars. First, you have to engineer those serendipitous collisions by designing spaces where people can connect. Second, and this is crucial, you have to ensure that growth is inclusive for everyone. Third, build a strong network of global partners. And fourth, you have to democratize innovation so that everyone has a chance to participate. And this idea of inclusive growth, it's absolutely critical to the whole thing. For Cowan, there's just no point in creating some wealthy innovation hub if the local community gets left behind. The prosperity has to lift everyone up through new skills, better public services, and real opportunities for young people. It's innovation as a public good. So, as you can see, this vision extends way beyond just one borough in London. It's really a model designed for a new era of cooperation, city-to-city diplomacy across Europe and, even across the world. And this is where the blueprint becomes reality. The conference marked the beginning of a formal cooperative growth partnership between Hammersmith and Fulham and Rzeszów. London brings the proven model, the experience. Rzeszów brings the ambition. And together they're going to share what works and create mutual investment opportunities. And they are not alone in this. A whole global network is starting to grow. Cities like Barcelona, Milan, and even Melbourne are joining this alliance. All of them committed to the idea that by working together as friends, they can shape the 4th Industrial Revolution on their own terms. Cowan's presentation wrapped up with a very concrete call to action, an invitation to the Upstream London Expo in March 2026. This isn't just another conference, it's an open invitation for partners across the continent to come together to debate the rules for building these new ecosystems and to actively shape the future together. In the end, what happened in Rzeszów was about so much more than just business. It was about a new kind of leadership that's emerging from our cities. One that's entrepreneurial, cooperative, and deeply human at its core. From Rzeszów to London, Stephen Cowan's message resonated like a blueprint for Europe's next generation of cities, confident, cooperative, and human at its core. I'm a host for BusinessRadio.media under the direction of our editor-in-chief, giving voice to the trusted leaders shaping Europe's shared future.